Twice a day, Jews all over the world pray a prayer. Morning and evening, they remind themselves of a specific element of Scripture and ask God to help them live it out. For them, it's nothing short of an oath of allegiance. And it's not just for Jews. Before we discuss that verse and the implication it holds for you and for me, welcome to Mornings with Bishop Robert. Grab a coffee, a comfortable seat. We're going to have a great time. My goal is to introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them get to know Him and His Word personally and better. So if our time together today speaks to your heart, let me invite you to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend. I want you to stop here for a moment and think about a specific person. Out of all the relationships in your life, who's the person that you're closest to? The one person you love the most. Maybe it's a spouse, parent, child, sibling. Could be someone outside your natural family that is simply your very best friend. Well, whomever it is, that's the person I want you to be thinking about as I weave this illustration. I'm going to call them the closest. So you and the closest share the best of relationships. Sure, it's not perfect, but you both are totally invested in making it better and better. When you and the closest have an opportunity to spend time together, it's a great joy. You look forward to it, relishing each moment. And though you can talk about anything with the closest, and you've likely shared your deepest pains and darkest secrets, being together is a joy, even if neither of you are speaking. Because just being together holds its own precious value. It's precious to you just like they are. And when the demands of life become overwhelming, the closest is the one you turn to first, even if it's just for a few minutes. And when the closest faces threats or challenges in their life, you're their first call. Yeah, your lives are intertwined. And the more time you're together and the closer you get with one another, the better. Now, when issues crop up in the relationship, as they always do, you deal with them quickly, eliminate them thoroughly, and forgive deeply and immediately. Why? Because you're committed to the relationship you and the closest share. Well, today's verse says, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. That's a key element in the twice-a-day prayer of the Jews. Now, the expectation is clear. All is a pretty inclusive word. And when we're talking about all of anything, that's actually everything. I mean, what's held back from all? Absolutely nothing. You know the reason God asks you for all your heart and all your soul and all your strength? It's because that's what He wants to offer you as well. See, what God is offering is an opportunity for Him to be the closest spiritual relationship in your life. Like the relationship you share with the person who is the closest here on earth, He intends it to impact everything. He's offering all He is and all He has to you and inviting you to do the same. This sort of close relationship with God takes time, takes sacrifice, takes commitment, just like the earthly one. But its benefits are astounding. And the best part? Though death or distance will eventually end your relationship with the closest on earth, there's nothing that can take you away from God's love. Ever. When He's the closest spiritual relationship in your life, that relationship is forever and ever. You know, a few weeks ago, I was in Aspen, Colorado. It's scenic. Parts of it are quaint. Nestled in the Rocky Mountains with an elevation of close to 8,000 feet, it's one of the highest cities in the United States. And it's hard to breathe there. I mean, walking up a single staircase can be a major effort. Actually, walking anywhere can be a major effort. Everything you do requires more effort than you anticipate because the air has much less oxygen. It's more difficult to breathe. So in multiple stores, one can find little pocket-sized containers of oxygen, little dispensers. They sell them like lip balm or hand sanitizer. Just another item to carry in your pocket to help get you through the day. You take it out and inhale deeply while pressing the button. You've got a dose of pure oxygen that'll strengthen you for actually quite a while. When God breathes His Spirit into you, it operates in much the same way. Take a moment to inhale deeply from His grace, strength, and peace, and it'll strengthen you. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength. You know, we need to be sold out to Him. Sold out's a term that typically means there's nothing left. You know, I mean, if I go to the grocery store to buy cabbage and they're sold out, that means they have no more cabbage. Everything they had has already been sold. The cabbage shelf is empty. Well, when we're sold out to God, everything within us is given to Him. All of our heart, our loves, our desires, everything we value and hold dear. All of our soul, our choices, the decisions about what we're willing to embrace and that which we need to release. All our strength, every bit of power and effort to accomplish the goals He has for us, the specific works He created in advance before the beginning of time for us to walk in. He gives us His Spirit to do it all. And He draws us close so that we know He is the closest. So we can be sold out to Him, having given Him everything. You know, the story is told of a math teacher asking a boy, now, suppose your mother baked a pie, and there were 7 of you, your parents and 5 children, what part of the pie would you get? 1/6, replied the boy. Well, I'm afraid you don't know your fractions, said the teacher. Remember, there are 7 of you. Well, the boy's answer is an illustration of God being the closest for us. He said, Teacher, I'm afraid you don't know my mother. Mother would say she didn't care for any pie and give me her piece. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength. And since we've used up all the time I have today and a little more, can I ask you quickly to help me introduce people to the Jesus they never knew and help them get to know Him and His Word personally and better? Please like this video to help more people see it. Click follow or subscribe so you and I can get together every day. And please leave a comment. I'd really love to hear what you're thinking about, what you're feeling, any questions this rose in your heart. Let me know how the time together today touched you. Of course, that's a great place to leave a question. And then one more thing, share it with a friend, would you? Because as you do, you're part of the team touching hearts all over the world with the love of Jesus. Thanks for helping.